Welcome, friends. Welcome back to the kitchen. So, I spent a lot of time for the Old Cookbook Show looking through old cookbooks. And I've over the years have noticed a lot of cookie recipes from the, mid 1800s that feature sour milk, what we today would call buttermilk, or sour cream in the mix. And I haven't really made a lot of cookies that way. I know there was a cookie recipe that Julie did years ago on the channel where we made a chocolate chip cookie with cream cheese. But I can't sort of remember doing many cookie recipes with sour milk or sour cream. So today we're going to do a chocolate chip cookie, and I'm going to throw some sour cream in, and we're going to see what happens. It's a cookie, so we're going to do standard cookie method, creaming together butter and sugar first. So white sugar and brown sugar, in that goes. Cream that together until it's smooth. And over here I have dry ingredients, so I have flour, and to that I'm going to add salt and baking soda. And I'll give that just a little bit of a mix. If you're mixing this together with a wooden spoon, this process is more important. Using a stand mixer, it's not crazy important. It's going to get mixed together really quickly. So that's creaming together nicely. So I'm going to throw in an egg at this point. And as that comes together, a little bit of vanilla. Gonna get another spoon, and we're gonna put in about a half a cup of sour cream. And this is thick sour cream. And now that that's come together, I'll start spooning in the flour slowly. Let it incorporate, and then get the next one in. Last ingredient is, of course, chocolate chips. I'm searching for a new brand of chocolate chips. The brand that I had bought for a long time, yes, they changed the formula. It's part of that whole making everything worse so that corporations can make more money, or trying to keep the price at something that the customer will actually buy while cheapening the product in some way. Anyway, and I've tried a whole bunch, and they're all kind of the same. I have to do more research. I kind of get the feeling that there's really only 3 or 4 manufacturers that make chocolate chips in North America. And so most of them are all going to be the same at this point, unfortunately. Okay, we'll get these portioned out onto a baking tray. So I'm going to bake these as a standard cookie. The oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 12 to 15 minutes. Keep an eye on them. And into the oven we go. Hey, Jules.
Hello, Glen. Hello, friends. It's cookie day. Yeah, this is when you get my dance of joy.
Yes, so, a chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, okay.
With...
It's a puffy chocolate chip cookie.
It's got sour cream in it.
Oh. Okay.
So, obviously, if you like thin, crispy, and chewy chocolate chip cookies, this is not that. It's got a great texture, though. And the flavor is really nice. I can't really describe what the flavor is, but it's more cookie than cookie.
I don't know what that means either.
There's people out there that will get the reference.
I get the reference, but I don't know how it applies to the cookies.
Because it looks like it's a cakey cookie. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't, it crumbles when you, like it doesn't.
The texture doesn't match a cakey cookie.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. I think it would, I feel like it should be a little thinner, but that.
I could have squashed them Maybe like a
I don't know.
like a peanut butter cookie.
I also think I got unlucky and got one of the last scooped cookies because there was like 3 chocolate chips in mine. Oh. I got my half anyway. Maybe your half was where all the
lots of chocolate
yeah,
chips.
see?
All the chocolate
I got
chips.
the half with only a couple chocolate chips.
Okay, so this is interesting. I think that you could, if you don't have sour cream, you could use yogurt. Definitely use yogurt. If you don't have sour cream and yogurt, but you have buttermilk in your fridge, you could put buttermilk in. Because the acid is what is changing the texture.
Yeah. And adding that just a little bit of different flavor to it.
Gives it a bit of a tang. And if you don't have sour cream, buttermilk, or sour or yogurt, don't do the milk with vinegar trick.
Oh no,
it's not going to bring the flavor. It's going to bring the acidity, which will modify the texture, but it's not going to bring the other layers of flavor that you have.
I will also put out the warning that says depending upon which of those you use, the cookies may be slightly different. Because if you use thick yogurt, it'll probably look more like this. But if you use a thin yogurt or a thinner sour cream, they'll probably be flatter.
Spread a little bit. If you use,
tastes good.
It'll be great. Yeah, I would give these a try. But if you're someone who can only eat one type of chocolate chip cookie and it's thin and flat and crispy, then
this isn't for you.
This isn't for you. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.